Hi everyone, how you doing? So this is about take 100 because every time I try to, screen record off my phone, someone has to call me. Gordon Bennett. Anyway, so I've sent a message out to everyone saying, don't call me, you know, give me an hour at least. Jeez. Anyway, I was just reading this. This is Mail Online by a royal expert, Jenny Bond, and it just got me thinking. Now, I know we all know this already, but it's good to just keep it out there if you like. Can you imagine the hurt? To start with, imagine like you're very, very close to your brother-in-law, because Catherine and Harry were very close, and Catherine's persona, calm, placid, grounded, strong. She was a very, very good balance for not just William but for Harry as well. She as I mean, in my personal opinion, her and Harry were more like brother and sister, really, because they were very, very close. But she was a good sort of stabiliser for Harry as well as William. And it's just a real shame that Harry couldn't have taken his time instead of keep rushing into relationships like he did with Cressida and Chelsea. I know Cressida and Chelsea done their best, but maybe at that time Harry wasn't ready to really settle down and get himself sorted out. And really what he should have done was, instead of thinking, I personally think he thought, oh God, I'm getting on a bit now. I'm just going to have to pick. It hasn't worked out with the other girls. I'm just going to have to quickly pick anyone. And he just picked some nobody, imbecile, out of the closet. Really what he should have done was took his time to sort himself out, found himself a really good counsellor, a confidant that could have really sat down with him once a month and really gone deep into how he was. And I think if he'd done that and then took his time and tried to find someone similar personality to Catherine, or just the right person, if you like, and finding the right person, it does take time. And I think if that had happened, it would be a totally different story now, because that's what Harry needs. Yes, he's hot-headed. He's a typical redhead. They will be hot-headed. I'm hot-headed, and I just think the whole thing is a real shame. And I think if Meghan hadn't come along, I think Catherine herself would have been able to sort of like stabilise him a bit more as a sister-in-law and helped him on the track of finding the right woman that would have given him a good foundation. With Catherine and William, we all know the story behind them. William was very wise, and it does say down here somewhere that William can be quite hot-headed. If that's true, so what, doesn't matter. But he's also very wise. He had to take his time and make sure Catherine was ready, was the right woman, and because of that they built a very, very good foundation. And Harry should have been doing that. And but can you just imagine Catherine, to start with, how hurt she would have felt and how frustrated. All her love and support to Harry had just been thrown out the window. And as well, put yourself in Catherine's shoes. Your future sister-in-law has just bullied your daughter. Yes, obviously they would have had a firm word with Meghan, but it's the frustration because she continues to do stuff like this. It's the frustration because nothing seems to be done about Meghan. I know we expose it, we talk about it, but I just think there's this whole underlying frustration that Meghan just keeps getting away with it. Now, I heard yesterday that there's been rumours for quite a while that, and I'm starting to think it's more true now, a while ago, allegedly the Queen kicked Meghan out. I personally think that's more true than them leaving now. It makes sense because if they chose to leave, why would they go to all that effort to start all this drama, etc., etc.? I'm starting to think the Queen did kick her out. Allegedly, the Queen asked Meghan to do something. She refused, and then the Queen asked to see Meghan for a brief meeting. Meghan refused and said she's got another engagement, and the Queen contacted that venue and cancelled it. So when Meghan turned up, there was no one there to meet her, and then they took her to the airport. And apparently Meghan made a great big fuss, etc., etc. I'm starting to think that's true now. Because if you think about it, Harry once said a little while ago, he said, "You know what you've done." Let me know your thoughts in the comments about that, guys. But going back to Catherine just briefly, it's just that she's probably not so bothered now, but I just feel for her. Do you know what I mean? I just feel she took her time out. She tried to get Harry and William back together again as brothers, and that didn't work out. And obviously it's all because of Meghan, but Harry really, he should have just spent his time sorting himself out and then gone back out there dating. Then he probably would have found the right woman, and then it would have been the Fab Four, wouldn't it? And it's a real shame that Meghan couldn't have been that right woman. If she was a different person, the Fab Four, like we called them years ago, would have continued together as a very, very strong bond. And I just think it's all a real shame. And Catherine, bless her heart, she must be feeling, I don't know. How do you think she's feeling? Let me know in the comments. But anyway, I'm not going to read it all out. I haven't got time. But let me know your thoughts, guys. And yeah, I just really do hope that Harry wakes up one day. I don't think it would be wise for him to come back to the royal family. But yeah, he's to blame for all of this, really, because he's allowed it to continue. And yeah, that's it. Anyway, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments, and I'll see you soon.